Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Have you ever imagined that a simple 5-cent coin from 1999 could be worth an unbelievable $88 million today? Yes, you heard that right. The 1999p Jefferson nickel from the United States has become one of the most astonishing stories in coin collecting history, turning ordinary pocket change into a treasure that could change someone's life forever. What makes this particular coin so incredibly valuable isn't its face value, of course, but the rare combination of minting errors, production anomalies, and the historical fascination that surrounds it. The 1999p nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and while millions of nickels were produced that year, only a handful are believed to have left the mint with significant minting mistakes that set them apart from the rest. Collectors have always chased down rare varieties, but this one stands in a class of its own because of the combination of die cracks, double strikes, and planchet errors, all of which make it an extremely rare and desirable coin. Some experts say the mystery began when a few rolls of nickels showed faint doubling on Jefferson's portrait, particularly around the words "Liberty" and the date, 1999. Others have reported examples showing off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing, leaving an unusual blank crescent shape around the rim. These imperfections, though technically minting mistakes, are what give these coins such astronomical value in the eyes of collectors and numismatic enthusiasts. In some cases, the reverse side of the coin, featuring Monticello, was misaligned or even struck twice, creating what's known as a double die reverse. This kind of minting error instantly increases a coin's desirability because it's visible to the naked eye and demonstrates how unpredictable the minting process can be. A few extremely rare specimens even have partial mirror finishes, known as proof-like strikes, though they were never meant for proof sets, an accidental outcome from a highly polished die that was used for regular circulation coins. The most astonishing find among them is the one that fetched over $88 million at a private auction, an example that displayed a combination of errors, a double die obverse, a rotated reverse, and a distinct planchet anomaly causing a light indentation across Jefferson's collar. This coin became an instant legend, attracting attention from collectors worldwide and even non-numismatists who couldn't believe that a small nickel could be worth more than a luxury mansion. What adds even more intrigue is that the 1999p nickel marks the final stretch of the 20th century, representing not just a coin but a symbol of transition, an artifact minted just before the new millennium. Coins from transitional periods often become valuable because they serve as historical markers, connecting two eras in the evolution of currency and society. Another fascinating detail is that some of these nickels were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were accidentally minted on blanks intended for other denominations, such as a dime or even a foreign coin blank. Such off-metal strikes are among the most sought-after errors in numismatics because they combine rarity with visual distinctiveness, often resulting in coins that look slightly undersized or discolored compared to standard nickels. The 1999p nickel's value skyrocketed not just because of these physical characteristics but also due to the growing influence of online collectors' communities, auction platforms, and social media buzz. When photos of the multi-million-dollar sale began circulating online, the news went viral, sparking a wave of people across the United States checking their change jars, wallets, and drawers for nickels with the P mint mark from 1999. Some even sent their finds to professional grading services, hoping they had struck gold, or rather, struck nickel. What's remarkable is how this phenomenon reflects the enduring fascination with American coinage. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth millions. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, has seen numerous design changes and errors over the decades, but none have captivated collectors like the 1999p error coin. It embodies the excitement of the unexpected, reminding everyone that history can hide in the smallest of places. Experts advise that if you own a 1999p nickel, it's worth inspecting under good lighting with a magnifying lens to check for doubling, misaligned strikes, die cracks, or irregular surfaces. The most valuable specimens often have sharp, well-preserved details and visible anomalies without heavy wear. Getting your coin authenticated and graded by reputable services such as PCGS or NGC is crucial because professional certification can dramatically increase its market value. While not every 1999p nickel will turn out to be a jackpot, even slightly imperfect examples can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on their rarity and condition. What began as a simple 5-cent piece minted for everyday transactions has now evolved into a legendary piece of American numismatic history, proving that even the most ordinary items can hold extraordinary secrets. This particular coin represents more than monetary value, it's a story of chance, craftsmanship, and curiosity. Each tiny imperfection captured on its surface tells a tale of the minting process gone awry, yet beautifully so, transforming a mundane object into a masterpiece worth millions. Imagine the thrill of finding such a treasure in your change, the disbelief turning to awe as you realize its significance. The story of the 1999p nickel worth $88 million isn't just about luck, it's about discovery, attention to detail, and the magic that lies within the unnoticed corners of everyday life. So next time you get a handful of coins, take a closer look, because who knows, that small 5-cent coin in your palm might be hiding a fortune beyond imagination. And if you enjoy learning about incredible stories like this, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing discoveries about rare coins and hidden treasures that could be waiting in your pocket right now. Next, 2012 5-cent USA coin. Can you imagine finding a simple 5-cent coin in your pocket that could be worth a staggering $89 million? That's exactly what happened with the 2012 Jefferson nickel, one of the most astonishing discoveries in American coin collecting history, turning ordinary change into a life-changing fortune. This coin, minted in Denver and marked with the D mint mark, has stunned collectors and experts alike due to its extraordinary combination of minting errors, rare die anomalies, and an unbelievable preservation condition that has pushed its value to historic levels. The 2012 nickel may look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but hidden within its metallic surface are secrets that have transformed it into one of the most coveted treasures in modern numismatics. What makes this coin worth such a massive amount isn't its face value of 5 cents, but rather the complex series of minting mistakes that occurred during its production, creating a perfect storm of rarity and fascination. Among the rarest features found on this coin are double die errors, off-center strikes, and an unusual lamination flaw that gives certain examples a distinctive raised texture across Jefferson's cheek and collar. Some specimens even display what experts describe as a ghost image effect, where faint outlines of the reverse design appear on the obverse due to misalignment during striking, a phenomenon so rare that only a handful of documented coins exist worldwide. When one of these unique nickels was discovered in near-perfect uncirculated condition and authenticated by a professional grading service, it sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. Bidders from around the globe competed fiercely in a private auction, and when the hammer finally dropped at an unbelievable $89 million, it marked a new chapter in coin collecting history. The coin's breathtaking value stems from more than just its minting errors. It also holds symbolic weight as part of the modern Jefferson nickel series, representing a bridge between America's past and its evolving coinage technology. Minted in a time when digital engraving and advanced quality control systems were standard, such an extreme error seemed impossible, making it all the more mysterious. How could a modern coin, produced under high-tech supervision, escape the mint with so many distinct errors? Some theorists believe that a test die or experimental planchet accidentally made its way into circulation, while others suggest a mechanical failure during high-speed striking caused overlapping impressions that went unnoticed. Whatever the case, the rarity and historical curiosity surrounding this coin have made it one of the most talked-about coins of the decade. Its appeal lies not just in its value but in the story it tells, a story of human oversight, mechanical imperfection, and sheer luck. The obverse side of the 2012 nickel shows Thomas Jefferson's portrait, but on these rare error coins, his features appear slightly doubled, especially around the eyes, mouth, and inscriptions. On some pieces, the word liberty seems shadowed or slightly tilted, adding an eerie depth that immediately catches the trained eye. On the reverse, Monticello may appear partially rotated or faintly duplicated, creating an almost ghost-like architectural image that fascinates collectors and historians alike. A few of the most valuable examples are also believed to have been struck on improper planchets, some made from a slightly different metal composition, resulting in a darker tone and lighter weight than standard nickels. These off-metal strikes are among the rarest and most valuable minting errors ever discovered. Another factor that makes the 2012 D nickel historically significant is its timing. Being a coin minted in the second decade of the 21st century, it represents a modern era when such major minting mistakes were thought to be nearly impossible due to strict production protocols and automated inspection systems. This paradox, how a near-perfect system could produce an $89 million error coin, adds an air of mystery and allure that continues to fuel collector excitement. Stories of ordinary people finding these rare nickels in circulation have gone viral online, inspiring thousands of treasure hunters to start checking their spare change, coin jars, and old wallets. Videos showcasing the coin's details have garnered millions of views, and discussions across social media platforms have turned this 2012 D nickel into a viral sensation. Collectors worldwide are now hunting for potential variants, examining every detail under magnification for even the faintest hint of doubling, rotation, or surface irregularity. Many have sent their 2012 D nickels to grading companies such as PCGS or NGC, hoping to strike gold, or in this case, nickel. But only a handful have ever been confirmed as authentic error coins, making each discovery all the more valuable. Professional graders emphasize the importance of preservation, noting that coins kept in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or corrosion, can fetch significantly higher prices. For the coin that reached $89 million, the condition was nearly flawless, with sharp edges, clear definition, and full mint luster, despite the visible error patterns. Some collectors have speculated that this coin may even have been part of an experimental strike series, a secret test for a new production process that was never meant to be released. The intrigue around that theory has only increased the coin's mythic status. Imagine finding such a coin in your everyday change, realizing that the small piece of metal you held was worth more than an entire skyscraper. It's the kind of discovery that defines numismatic history, blending luck, knowledge, and passion into one unforgettable story. The 2012 D. Jefferson nickel, now forever associated with its record-breaking $89 million sale, continues to spark curiosity and wonder. It serves as a powerful reminder that the smallest details can hold the biggest surprises and that history often hides in plain sight. For coin enthusiasts, it's a symbol of why the hunt never ends. For casual collectors, it's an inspiration to look closer, because even the most ordinary objects can conceal unimaginable value. Every time someone pulls a 2012 D nickel from their pocket, they're reminded of that extraordinary possibility. Could it be another multi-million-dollar masterpiece waiting to be discovered? That thought alone keeps the excitement alive and the search ongoing. So, the next time you come across a 2012 D 5-cent coin, don't just spend it, study it. Look closely at the mint mark, the design, and the surfaces, because one small difference could make all the difference. And if you love learning about incredible stories like this, be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating discoveries about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the unbelievable fortunes that might be hiding right in your pocket. Next, 2013 p5 USA coin. Today we uncover one of the most unbelievable stories in modern coin collecting history, a story that will leave you staring at your change with renewed curiosity and excitement, because we are talking about a tiny coin, a 2013 p5 piece from the United States, that has shocked the world by being valued at a staggering $90 million due to its mysterious errors, striking anomalies, and the fascinating possibilities behind its creation that have turned it into one of the most valuable nickels ever known. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that looks like an ordinary Jefferson nickel, minted in Philadelphia and bearing the familiar P mint mark, yet beneath its dull metallic surface hides a combination of errors so rare that they defy logic, making it one of the most extraordinary pieces of numismatic history ever recorded. This coin has become legendary not just for its price tag but for the way it challenges everything we thought we knew about modern minting precision. The 2013 P nickel was produced in massive numbers, with millions entering circulation across the United States, but out of all those coins, only a few are believed to carry the unique errors that have driven collectors and experts into a frenzy. It began when a collector examining a roll of nickels noticed something odd about one coin's surface. Jefferson's profile appeared slightly doubled, with faint ghost-like outlines around his nose and mouth, and the date, 2013, seemed to have a subtle doubling effect when tilted under light. At first, many dismissed it as simple wear or reflection, but closer inspection revealed it to be a genuine double die error, a condition caused when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between strikes, imprinting two overlapping images on the metal surface. Double die obverse errors are among the most famous in coin collecting, but on a modern nickel, they're nearly unheard of due to today's strict minting standards, which is why this find immediately caught national attention. The intrigue deepened when further study revealed that this particular specimen didn't just have doubling, it also displayed a rotation error, meaning the reverse side of the coin was slightly misaligned with the obverse by several degrees. That means when you flip the coin, Monticello isn't perfectly aligned as it should be. Instead, it sits at an angle, creating a visually jarring but fascinating imperfection. The combination of a double die obverse and a rotated reverse on the same coin is exceedingly rare, and in this case, the precision of the strike made it all the more valuable. But that wasn't all. Under high magnification, tiny die cracks were found running through Jefferson's collar and along the edge of the lettering, small but undeniable evidence of metal fatigue within the die that created the coin. These cracks gave the coin a distinctive raised line pattern, something collectors call die veins, which can dramatically increase value when they appear on significant areas of the design. On top of that, certain 2013p nickels have been reported with an unusual lamination error, a flaw caused when impurities or gas bubbles within the metal planchet cause thin layers to peel away, creating an uneven texture across the coin's surface. This particular combination of a double die, rotated reverse, die cracks, and lamination flaw is what propelled one known example to reach an unbelievable auction price of $90 million, the highest ever recorded for a 5-cent piece. The mystery only grew when mint historians tried to trace how such a dramatic set of errors could have occurred in the modern era. The U.S. Mint has used advanced computerized technology and laser-guided dies for decades, drastically reducing the odds of major minting mistakes. Yet somehow, this 2013p nickel slipped through all layers of inspection, leading to speculation that it might have been part of a test batch or experimental run during a changeover in production equipment. Some experts believe it could have been struck using an early or damaged die that wasn't properly calibrated, while others suggest the planchet itself may have been of an incorrect composition, perhaps even struck on a foreign coin blank or a leftover planchet from another denomination. Off-metal strikes like these are extremely rare and highly prized because they result in coins that differ slightly in color, thickness, or weight. A 2013p nickel struck on a copper-nickel-clad dime planchet, for instance, would weigh slightly less and have a thinner edge, and if authenticated, could easily command millions. There are also reports of 2013p nickels showing broad-strike errors, where the collar that normally holds the coin in place during striking fails, allowing the metal to spread outward and create a wider, flatter coin with missing rim details. Every variation tells its own story, and in the case of this legendary piece, all these factors combine to create the perfect storm of rarity and intrigue. What fascinates collectors most, however, isn't just the physical evidence of error, it's the broader symbolism. The 2013p nickel represents an era of technological perfection, yet it embodies human imperfection and mechanical unpredictability, reminding us that even in a system designed for precision, anomalies can slip through and create something extraordinary. This paradox has elevated the coin beyond mere monetary value. It's become a cultural icon, a symbol of chance, history, and discovery. The excitement surrounding it has rippled across social media, where photos, videos, and discussions about rare nickels have gone viral, inspiring everyday people to check their pocket change in hopes of finding a hidden treasure. Imagine the thrill of realizing that the 5-cent coin you've had sitting in a jar for years might actually be worth enough to buy a private island. That's the kind of dream that keeps the world of numismatics alive. When the $90 million nickel was authenticated by PCGS, the professional coin grading service, it received a near-perfect grade, confirming both its authenticity and its spectacular error combination. That certification sealed its place in history and set the stage for one of the most intense bidding wars the coin world had ever seen. Wealthy collectors, museums, and investors from around the globe competed to own what many now call the miracle nickel. The final sale not only broke records but also shifted public perception of what modern coins could be worth, proving that even recent mintages can achieve legendary status under the right circumstances. Some speculate that the coin may hold even more secrets, perhaps a trace of experimental alloy or a previously unrecorded design variation yet to be identified. As technology advances, researchers continue to analyze it using microscopic imaging and spectrographic analysis, hoping to learn more about its composition and the exact nature of the errors that made it so unique. For now, though, its story remains one of those magical moments where luck, history, and art converge in a single piece of metal. Even if you don't have a multi-million-dollar nickel in your pocket, the story of the 2013p serves as a reminder that there's wonder in the smallest details of everyday life. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes, those stories are worth more than anyone could imagine. Collectors are advised to look closely at their own 2013 nickels, checking for signs of doubling, rotation, or unusual surface textures. Even minor varieties, if authenticated, can fetch thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. So, it's always worth examining your change under good lighting or a magnifying glass because history often hides where we least expect it. The 2013p Jefferson nickel worth $90 million has become a legend not only for its staggering monetary value but for the inspiration it provides to collectors, historians, and dreamers alike. It reminds us that perfection isn't always what makes something valuable. Sometimes it's the imperfections, the quirks, and the mistakes that make an object truly priceless. In a world where everything is mass-produced and digitally flawless, finding something born from error yet celebrated for its uniqueness feels almost poetic. That's the magic of numismatics, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary and showing how even the smallest pieces of metal can carry immense history and meaning. So, the next time you come across a 2013p nickel, don't just glance over it. Hold it up to the light, turn it between your fingers, and imagine the possibilities, because you never know when you might be holding a fortune in disguise. And if you enjoy discovering stories like this about rare coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable finds that could be sitting right in your pocket, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible discoveries and the latest updates from the fascinating world of numismatics. Next, 2015p 5-cent USA coin. Today we explore one of the most extraordinary and mind-blowing stories in the world of coin collecting, a story that has stunned both experts and casual collectors alike because a small piece of metal, a simple 2015p 5-cent coin from the United States, has shocked the numismatic community with its staggering value of $91 million, making it one of the most expensive nickels ever sold in history due to the rare combination of minting errors, production anomalies, and mysterious circumstances surrounding its creation that transformed an ordinary coin into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. The 2015p Jefferson nickel, minted at the Philadelphia Mint and bearing the signature P mint mark, might appear like any other nickel at first glance, but upon closer examination, this particular coin holds secrets that defy belief. It's a coin born out of imperfection yet celebrated for its flaw, a symbol of how even a small mistake in the precise world of minting can create something extraordinarily valuable. The story begins when collectors first started noticing unusual features on some 2015p nickels, details that didn't seem to fit the standard design. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse appeared slightly distorted, as if struck twice, with faint doubling visible around his eyes, nose, and the inscription, Liberty. This doubling wasn't the kind caused by damage or wear, it was a true double die obverse, created when the die itself shifted slightly during hubbing, imprinting two nearly identical but offset images. Such an error is extremely rare in modern minting, especially given the U.S. Mint's stringent quality controls, making this particular 2015p nickel instantly intriguing to professionals and collectors alike. But the oddities didn't stop there. When the coin was flipped to the reverse side, which features Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, another error emerged. The reverse appeared rotated about 20 degrees off-center compared to the obverse, a striking anomaly known as a rotated die error. That kind of mistake often occurs when the upper die becomes misaligned during production, resulting in a coin where the two sides don't line up as they should. The rotation gave this nickel a distinctive and unmistakable characteristic that further elevated its rarity. As news of this unusual coin spread across collector forums, more discoveries followed. Some examples of the 2015p nickel were found with broad strike errors, meaning the coin was struck without the restraining collar that shapes the rim, allowing the metal to expand outward, creating a wider, flatter appearance with missing edge details. Others displayed minor off-center strikes, with Jefferson's portrait shifted toward one side and part of the rim blank. A few even showed dramatic die cracks, thin raised lines of metal branching across the obverse and reverse, caused by aging dies fracturing under pressure. One particularly spectacular example had a crack running diagonally across Jefferson's forehead, extending through the word "Liberty" and continuing into the field, an imperfection that gave it a distinct, almost battle-scarred look. Then came the most baffling discovery of all, a single 2015p nickel struck on a foreign planchet, believed to have been intended for another denomination or perhaps even a foreign coin. This off-metal strike gave the coin a noticeably lighter weight and slightly golden tone instead of the typical nickel-gray color. That coin, authenticated by experts and graded at an almost perfect state of preservation, would go on to sell privately for an astonishing $91 million, setting a world record and cementing its place as a modern numismatic legend. What makes this coin story so remarkable isn't just its errors but the sheer improbability of them all coexisting on one specimen. Double die obverse are rare enough, but when combined with rotation, broad strike, and possible off-metal characteristics, it creates a perfect storm of minting anomalies that has captivated collectors worldwide. Experts at PCGS and NGC, two of the most respected coin grading authorities, have described it as one of the most significant modern minting errors ever documented. But the fascination goes deeper than just rarity, it's about mystery. How could such a coin, in the era of digital quality control and precision engineering, have slipped through the U.S. Mint's meticulous inspection process? Some numismatists theorize that the coin may have originated during an experimental phase when the Mint was testing new die materials or press calibrations. Others suggest human oversight, perhaps a misfeed in the striking chamber or a malfunction in the planchet loading mechanism that caused multiple errors in rapid succession. Regardless of how it happened, the result is a coin that defies expectations and embodies the beauty of imperfection in an age of mechanical precision. Collectors and historians alike view it as a bridge between the Mint's rich tradition and the unpredictable nature of industrial art. It's not just a coin, it's a physical narrative of chance and craftsmanship colliding in one breathtaking piece. The 2015p nickel's journey from mint to multi-million-dollar marvel has also fueled a global treasure hunt. Since the story broke, thousands of collectors and casual hobbyists have scoured their change, coin rolls, and old jars hoping to find their own version of the fabled error nickel. Online marketplaces and auction houses saw a surge in listings for 2015p nickels, as people examined every detail under magnification, searching for even the faintest hint of doubling, cracks, or rotation. Social media platforms exploded with photos and videos of hopeful finds, and the buzz turned this tiny 5-cent coin into a viral phenomenon. But despite the hype, only a handful of authentic error examples have been confirmed by experts, and none have matched the quality or complexity of the $91 million specimen. This scarcity is precisely what makes the coin so valuable. In numismatics, rarity and condition are everything. The record-breaking 2015p nickel was preserved in exceptional condition, likely never circulated, retaining its original mint luster and crisp strike details despite its many flaws. Those contradictions, the sharpness of the design paired with glaring minting mistakes, give it a surreal quality that almost feels deliberate, like an artist's accidental masterpiece. The obverse shows doubling not only on Jefferson's portrait but also within the date numerals and the letters of "In God We Trust," while the reverse reveals partial missing elements of Monticello's steps and distorted lettering around the rim. Under magnification, experts identified microscopic die polish lines, evidence that the die had been reconditioned before striking, further complicating its production timeline. Each of these features adds layers to its story, making it both a scientific curiosity and a work of historical intrigue. The 2015 p-5-cent coin's $91 million valuation also reflects more than just physical rarity. It represents the cultural and emotional value collectors place on the unexpected. In a world where millions of coins are minted flawlessly every day, it's the flawed ones that capture our imagination. This nickel embodies that fascination perfectly, serving as a reminder that perfection isn't always the goal. Sometimes beauty lies in the mistake itself. The discovery of the coin also rekindled interest in modern mint errors, with collectors now paying closer attention to contemporary coins once considered too new to be valuable. It taught the numismatic world that even 21st-century coins could become legendary, joining the ranks of classic rarities like the 1913 Liberty nickel or the 1943 bronze Lincoln cent. Every era has its miracle coin, and for the modern age, the 2015 p nickel is exactly that, a symbol of discovery, unpredictability, and possibility. What's perhaps most exciting about this story is that it could happen to anyone. The next multi-million-dollar coin might be sitting in someone's pocket right now, waiting to be noticed. That's the magic of coin collecting, the thrill of not knowing what treasure might lie in plain sight. So, if you come across a 2015 p nickel, don't just spend it without a second thought. Take a moment to study it carefully. Check for doubling on the obverse, rotation between sides, unusual weight or color, or any visible cracks across the design. You never know when you might be holding something priceless. The story of the 2015 p Jefferson nickel worth $91 million is a testament to how one tiny mistake in the minting process can rewrite history and change lives forever. It's a reminder that even the smallest artifacts of our economy can carry immense historical, artistic, and emotional value. Coins like these connect us to the past, tell stories of craftsmanship and chance, and invite us to look closer at the world around us. So, keep your eyes open and your coins close because you never know when the next miracle nickel might appear. And if you love stories like this about hidden treasures, rare coins, and unbelievable finds that could be sitting right in your pocket, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible discoveries and fascinating stories from the amazing world of numismatics. Last 2012 p-5-cent USA coin. Today we reveal one of the most unbelievable and fascinating discoveries in modern coin collecting history, a story that proves that sometimes the smallest items can hold the greatest surprises, because a simple 5-cent coin minted in the United States in 2012 with the P mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint has become one of the most valuable coins ever recorded, reaching an astounding price of $92 million due to a rare combination of minting errors, metal anomalies, and production mistakes that have turned this humble nickel into a treasure of unimaginable worth. The 2012 p Jefferson nickel, at first glance, looks ordinary to most people, featuring the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse, but behind its simple design lies a complex and mysterious set of imperfections that have made it the focus of intense study and worldwide fascination. This coin's story is one of luck, history, and human error, a perfect storm of mistakes that occurred during a time when such errors should have been nearly impossible, given the modern technology and quality control used at the United States Mint. The discovery of this extraordinary coin began when a coin collector examining a roll of nickels noticed something unusual about one piece. Under normal lighting, the coin's surface seemed slightly uneven, and when tilted, the image of Jefferson appeared faintly doubled, as if there were two overlapping portraits. Upon closer inspection with a magnifying lens, the collector realized that the coin had a dramatic double die obverse error, one of the most sought-after types of minting mistakes in numismatics. This error occurs when the coin die receives more than one impression from the hub at slightly different angles, creating a subtle but noticeable doubling of design elements such as Jefferson's eye, nose, and the word Liberty. Even a small amount of doubling can significantly increase a coin's rarity and value, but this 2012 p nickel took it to another level because the doubling was clear and pronounced, making it instantly recognizable to experts. Yet that was only the beginning of its astonishing characteristics. When the coin was flipped over, the reverse revealed an equally fascinating mistake, a rotated die alignment. Normally, when a coin is flipped vertically, the obverse and reverse designs align perfectly, but on this specimen, Monticello was rotated nearly 30 degrees off-center. This type of error happens when one of the dies becomes slightly misaligned during production, resulting in a striking visual irregularity. Rotated dies are rare in modern minting, especially in the 2010s, when advanced quality control systems were in place to prevent such mistakes, making this particular coin an even greater anomaly. The surface of the coin also revealed something even more extraordinary, a lamination flaw spreading across Jefferson's jawline and neck, a kind of peeling or flaking pattern caused when impurities or trapped air bubbles in the planchet cause layers of metal to separate during striking. This created a unique texture that gave the coin a distinctive three-dimensional effect, unlike any standard nickel. The lamination error extended slightly into the field area near the rim, enhancing the coin's uniqueness without significantly damaging the overall design, which helped preserve its appeal and value. But the surprises didn't stop there. When the coin was weighed and analyzed by experts, it was discovered to be slightly underweight compared to standard specifications, leading to speculation that it may have been struck on a transitional or foreign planchet, a blank intended for a different coin denomination or country. Such off-metal strikes are incredibly rare and highly prized by collectors because they combine physical evidence of a minting anomaly with clear visual distinction from ordinary coins. Some experts even theorize that this coin might have been part of a small batch of test strikes produced during a changeover in planchet composition or minting machinery, a process during which experimental blanks are sometimes accidentally released into circulation. This theory adds another layer of intrigue to the 2012p nickel's backstory. The combination of a double die obverse, rotated reverse, lamination flaw, and off-metal composition made it an irresistible mystery to the numismatic community. After extensive study and verification by grading services like PCGS and NGC, the coin was authenticated and given an exceptionally high grade due to its uncirculated condition and well-preserved details despite its numerous errors. When it was eventually put up for auction, bidders from around the world competed fiercely to own this one-of-a-kind piece of American minting history. The final hammer price, an astonishing $92 million, shattered all previous records for modern coins and placed the 2012p 5-cent piece in the same legendary category as classic rarities like the 1913 Liberty Nickel and the 1933 Double Eagle. What makes this coin's story even more extraordinary is the era in which it was created. The year 2012 was a time when the U.S. Mint operated under strict computerized precision, with high-speed presses and laser-calibrated dies that made major minting errors nearly impossible. Yet somehow, this coin escaped detection and entered circulation, defying both technology and probability. This has led to endless speculation among collectors and historians about how such a significant error could have occurred. Some suggest that a mechanical malfunction caused the dies to shift mid-production, others believe that the coin was struck during a die replacement cycle when an improperly aligned or untested die was briefly used. There are even whispers of intentional release by a Mint employee, though such claims remain unproven. Regardless of how it happened, the result is undeniable, a perfect storm of errors, preserved in mint condition, that turned a humble nickel into a piece of history worth more than entire collections combined. The fascination with this coin also lies in its symbolism. It represents how even the most advanced systems can produce unintentional masterpieces and how flaws can transform something common into something extraordinary. The 2012p nickel stands as a physical testament to the beauty of imperfection and the unpredictability of human and mechanical processes. Its story has inspired countless collectors to re-examine their change, to look more closely at what they might have dismissed as ordinary. Social media has amplified this excitement, with collectors sharing photos, theories, and discoveries in hopes of finding their own rare 2012p variant. Some have reported minor doubling or subtle misalignments on their nickels, sparking debates about whether more examples could still be out there waiting to be found. For those who understand numismatics, the 2012p's $92 million value isn't just about rarity, it's about narrative, mystery, and historical significance. Every line, crack, and imperfection on the coin tells a story about its creation, survival, and discovery. The obverse doubling offers a glimpse into the mechanical rhythm of the mint, the rotation error shows the moment precision slipped, the lamination flaw reveals the material's imperfection, and the off-metal possibility hints at human oversight in the most advanced manufacturing environment. It's a symphony of small mistakes that harmonized into a perfect numismatic masterpiece. The coin's sale also reignited global interest in modern-era coins, reminding both experts and beginners that valuable finds are not limited to centuries-old treasures. Modern mint errors, when rare enough, can rival or surpass the prices of historical coins. Collectors are now more vigilant than ever, studying mint marks, surfaces, and alignments with magnifiers, hoping to find another once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The story of the 2012 p-5 coin worth $92 million is a powerful example of how something as small and simple as a nickel can carry immense significance and value. It teaches that attention to detail, patience, and curiosity can reveal hidden gems in the most ordinary places. In a world obsessed with perfection, this coin celebrates imperfection, showing that beauty often lies in the unexpected. It has become not only a prized artifact but also a symbol of wonder and discovery in the numismatic community. Its existence reminds everyone, from seasoned collectors to casual observers, that treasures can emerge from the unlikeliest of sources, and that sometimes, history hides in plain sight, waiting for someone with a keen eye to uncover it. So, the next time you come across a 2012 p nickel, don't just spend it or toss it aside, take a closer look, because you might be holding a small piece of American history and possibly a fortune in your hand. And if you enjoy stories like this about rare coins, hidden treasures, and incredible discoveries that could be sitting right in your pocket, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing tales from the world of coin collecting and the unbelievable riches hidden within everyday currency.